T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, baby! Wednesday night, it can only mean one thing. It's you, it's me, it's the Smoke Break live on the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel. So great to have you in. We are one preseason game away from the regular season. It's here. It's insane. I keep saying this every week, but every week we get a little bit closer. And after what we saw the Bills B team do to the Bears over the weekend, how could you not be absolutely amped up for the season that's right around the corner? I'm amped up for this show. We got plenty for you in this one. It's going to be a fun one. If you haven't heard by now, you're going to hear in this very moment. Josh Allen has his own sauce, and I spell sauce S-A-W-C-E because when we're talking about Josh Allen, we're only talking about big dubs. We're talking about W's only. So Josh Allen's got his new sauce. I got it at Wegmans. So if you're in the Rochester, Buffalo area, that's where you can find it. I'm sure Tops has it too. So what I did is I went out, got some wings from my favorite wing joint in town here in Rochester. It's not Buffalo, but I'll tell you, Rochester's got good wings. For those who are in the Buffalo area or not in the Rochester area, we got good wings. I mean, we're only an hour down the road, so we should. But you know probably as well as I, you go somewhere else outside upstate New York, and the wing game is sad. The wing game is depressing. And then, of course, you already know, in the words of Deion Dawkins, it's blue cheese. You don't even have to ask. Now, my philosophy has always been a wing is only as good as its blue cheese. And a sauce on the wing is only as good as the wing and the blue cheese you're dipping it in. So the way we're going to do this test, and we're going to do it in a little bit, is we're going to do one wing without the blue cheese, one wing with the blue cheese. We'll do a rating from there. Good guy. Don't even pay attention to this guy. Classic Giants fan. Ranch is way better. That's one of my best buds and my old college roommate, Christian Neri, better known as Nels. And here's the problem with Nels is he's got an addiction to ranch, a clinical addiction. He puts it on his cheeseburgers. It's a weird obsession he has with ranch. And if you've noticed ranch people are loyal to their ranch, man. It's weird. It's weird. Like, I love blue cheese. I'm loyal to the soil when it comes to blue cheese on the wings. But you don't hear me talking about it all the time. People who are big on the ranch, that's all they want to talk about. It's like the people who drink black coffee. They got to tell you they drink black coffee. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Like, everybody who drinks black coffee thinks that they are superior to everybody. Like, it's not my fault you don't put a little cream and sugar in your coffee and make it taste 1,000 times better. That's on you. I got a couple buddies like that. You're no better than the rest of us. Nobody cares. We already got a super chat coming in here, and it's my boy, D Handsome. I don't think D Handsome's ever missed a show. That's my boy right there. And he goes, yo, buy more Z-Bot if it's good. Are you kidding me? I'll buy him out of stock, D. You know how it goes. I got to tell you, though, they're running low. When I got there, now I'm weird. I'm a collector, so I'm going to feel weird even opening these. I collect a lot of stuff. Huge Dave Matthews fan, so tons of Bills memorabilia and Dave Matthews memorabilia. I've been like that since a kid. A lot of Spider-Man memorabilia, which, by the way, I'll get into that trailer in a bit. I know there's a lot of Bills fans who are big into the Marvel game and saw that this week. But I was going to buy the moral of the story here. I was going to buy multiple, and they were running real low. And I got the last bottle of the hot. And the reason I was upset, you can see here, it's a little damaged. So I'm like, all right, well, this is the bottle I'll use to do my test with. Speaking of collectibles and Josh Allen, new box of Josh's cereal is out. Color Rush variant. Haven't got my hands on that yet, but absolutely need to add to the collection because I got a bunch of the blue boxes, and it's always better in the color rush, baby. I want to come back in here. Guys, and I know this, but I mean, to just come out here so confidently, Kingpin. Now, Pierre, I mean, we all know him as the GOAT, and he's the reason I'm sitting on this camera. The fact that that guy is a ranch guy is awfully concerning. We're talking about as big as it gets when it comes to the Bills and the fan base right here, and he's a ranch guy. No love lost on Pierre, but damn, man. I'm seeing Pierre this weekend, and I'm sure we'll get some wings. And I got to tell you, it's gonna hit me right here. It's going to hit me right here watching him down him with ranch, but that's still the boy. Pierre's still the man. Like I said, no love lost. I saw Dawn in here. No love lost to you either, Dawn. On the ranch, it's okay. I got to be honest with you, though. It's concerning with Pierre because how could you be that enthralled with the Bills the way Pierre is and dip your wings in ranch? I don't know. Like I said, no love lost. Maybe a little bit. Not much. So we're going to get into that in a bit. But before we do, we got a lot of housekeeping in regard to the team in which this show is all about, the Buffalo Bills. And it was a good and bad week at One Bills Drive this week. Good, and that's where we'll start because I'm an optimistic guy. We'll start with the Bills-Bears preseason game, and if we want to talk about good, it doesn't get any better than that. My good God, was that an absolute throttling. Listen, I don't care if it's preseason or not. There's this new notion this season. Have you noticed all of a sudden? Preseason, all of a sudden people care about it. And I think that that's got a lot to do with the fact that there was a pandemic last year. There was no preseason. We saw perhaps what no preseason can do to young players, to teams as a whole. Now, personally, I've always been a non-believer in the preseason. Plenty of guys are. I've talked to Deion Dawkins in person about this. They're going to be just as fine on the field without a preseason as they are with one. But when you're younger, you know, these rookies, which there's a ton of unbelievable star rookie talent this year, that's where the preseason matters. And that's where I think a lot of people this year in particular have really put an emphasis on the regular season. So I just find it ironic that all of a sudden it really matters, but it only matters to teams that aren't very good, right? Now, the Bills are no longer in that class. And when you see a team like the Bills come out and absolutely destroy a team like the Bears, no one really cares, right? The storyline over the week was, you know, Jameis Winston throwing 2 touchdowns. People within the preseason, they care about the teams that aren't good because those are where the questions lie. Who's going to start for New Orleans, right? That's still up in the air. Who's going to start in Chicago? The team the Bills just played. Right now, it's going to be Andy Dalton. If I was a Bears fan, don't know how happy I would be about that. But that's kind of where your storylines are generated within the offseason or within the preseason with the teams who aren't very good. But we don't. Who do we care about? The only team that we care about is a team that's very good and performed very, very well over the weekend in said preseason. And the biggest emphasis out of that game, of course, Mitchell Trubisky. And right there on that game Saturday is the only point you needed to see for my statement to become reality. And my statement throughout the offseason here has been Brandon Beane's best move this offseason was signing Mitchell Trubisky. If Josh Allen goes down for whatever reason, and as of course, fingers crossed, lucky rabbit's foot, whatever you got to do, we're praying to God Mitch Trubisky does not touch the field, of course. But what you saw over the weekend is if it ever comes down to that point, the Bills now have a guy coming off the bench who can come in and win you games, who can lead you to the playoffs, who can throttle a team like Mitch Trubisky just did over his former team in the Chicago Bears over the weekend. That's a good feeling to have. As we've seen before in Josh Allen's young career here, when he goes down, this team is toast. When Matt Barkley took over, you can sense the change within the team on the field like that. It's night and day. Now, of course, Josh Allen, much more talented than Mitch Trubisky, but the drop-off between him and then Matt Barkley, it's not even close. And what we saw over the weekend is a guy in Mitch Trubisky who can take the field if Josh Allen, God forbid, should go down and keep the Bills at a tier above the rest when it comes to going towards the playoffs, perhaps playing in the playoffs. We've seen it happen. We see it happen constantly. Injuries are the most unfortunate but most prevalent part of this game. We've already seen guys this year go down, major key players. Travis Etienne just this week for the Jacksonville Jaguars isn't even going to be able to play in his year. We just saw with Isaiah Mckenzie, unfortunately for us. He's in a sling. We'll get into that in a second here. And you see it with Dak Prescott coming off of his injury, a brutal injury last year, just to come into the preseason and throw his shoulder out again. A lot of rumors circulating in Dallas right now that Dak Prescott might not be able to go. You don't think Jerry Jones wishes he had Mitch Trubisky right now? You don't think Jerry Jones wishes that he had Mitch Trubisky to fall back on if, God forbid, Dak Prescott cannot go, which, from what I'm hearing, there is a lot of uncertainty as to whether or not Dak Prescott is going to be able to take the field for week 1 or for however long within the season. Jerry Jones wishes that he had Mitch Trubisky instead of Ben DiNucci, and who wouldn't? And the fact that the Bills have a guy in Mitch Trubisky who we just saw absolutely smother a team over the weekend, preseason or not, do not care. You saw what he's capable of. And Colin Cowherd had the tweet of the weekend. I retweeted it because it is 100% spot on. Where you land matters. Mitch Trubisky was in dysfunction in Chicago. Yes, he made the playoffs twice. And look, I think a lot of people dogged Mitch Trubisky right before they probably should have. And I met a lot of people in Chicago a couple of weeks ago when I was out there. As I told you last week, the story about somebody asking me with my Bills hat on whether I was a Bills fan or a Mitch Trubisky truther. The deal of it is, I a lot of people in Chicago, obviously they're stoked for Justin Fields, but they miss Mitch Trubisky. They were loyal to Mitch Trubisky. And I think when you see what he pulled off over the weekend, you understand why. I think a lot of those people knew what his capabilities were, but a lot of Bears fans felt that he was never properly surrounded with the right team, the right coaching, etc. And in Mitch Trubisky's first real opportunity with an unbelievably coached and run Buffalo Bills, he absolutely flourishes. And I don't take it with a grain of salt because these things matter. Having that safety net of a backup quarterback is massive. I mean, who knows? If Chad Henne wasn't Chad Henne last year and the Chiefs had a different backup quarterback against the Browns in the divisional playoffs, did the Browns win? Is Chad Henne a world beater? No, but he was good enough to go into that game and get the job done. At the end of the day, that's what matters. And what I saw from Mitch Trubisky over the weekend is exactly that. A guy who is more than good enough of getting it done. So it's nice to know that you can rest your head knowing that if Josh Allen were to go down, you have a guy in Mitch Trubisky who can get the job done. And Josh Allen plays football like a pit bull. That's why we love him. But his style of play, he's more susceptible to getting injured than, say, Tom Brady, who stands in the pocket the entire game and releases the ball within 2 seconds. We love the style of Josh Allen. We love the way he plays. But as we know, that style of play, you're going to get banged up. Now, he's done a hell of a job of staying on the field with that style of play, and we hope he continues to do so. But what I'm saying here is it is refreshing. It is satisfying to know that the Bills have a guy like Mitch Trubisky on the bench if and when they might need him. And over the weekend was, it was like watching the Bills-Dolphins game last year. Dolphins have a shot to make the playoffs. Bills are already in. The majority of the game was played by the Bills seconds, all against the Miami Dolphins first, and it was just an absolute throttling. Almost a comedy hour. And that's how it felt against the Bears over the weekend. I mean, down to the fact that Justin Fields, whether you want to argue it was an illegal hit or not, so be it. I think he turned into it. Got absolutely leveled. Welcome to the NFL. Now, it's not fair to say, hey, the week before he said the game was slow. Listen, everybody knows what he was trying to say. He wasn't saying the game was slow. I hate when people make a big deal out of that. But wasn't slow there. Wasn't slow there. That's no Bears defense doing that to you in practice. That's for sure. So welcome to the NFL hit for Justin Fields in that game. And welcome to the 2021-22 season Chicago Bears. You just got your ass handed to you by the guy you let walk and now back up the MVP frontrunner this year in Josh Allen. Love to see it. Bills take on the Packers this coming weekend. Interested to watch that one, mainly because Jordan Love is a hell of a story. Jordan Love is a hell of a story because he's a rookie quarterback who's not a rookie. And with all the controversy surrounding Aaron Rodgers throughout the offseason, the fact that the Packers ever drafted Jordan Love in the first place, I mean, that's a 30 for 30 in itself right there, right? He's technically a rookie in the sense that he hasn't touched the field and nobody ever saw him play. So against the Bills this coming week, we get to see what Jordan Love has and what the future of the Green Bay Packers might be. So that's why I'm interested for that one. Highly doubt Josh Allen touches the field, nor should he. Just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You see guys get hurt in way easier circumstances than a full-on game. Travis Etienne, Dak Prescott, Cam Akers, guys go down. Guys go down, and when you can minimize that risk as much as possible, you do it. And that's why a lot of these teams nowadays simply do not play their starters in any capacity because it's just not worth it. And the season's longer now. And if you're a team like the Bills, not only are you adding an additional regular season game, but the ultimate goal is to play the duration of the playoffs. So you're looking at, in the Bills goal here, right, of course, is a bye, divisional AFC championship, and then the Super Bowl. So right there, you're talking 20 games, not including the preseason. So I have no issue with him not taking the field, Diggs not taking the field. And also, that point in itself, even more impressive what Mitch Trubisky did, because that first drive, which was incredibly methodical, topped off by an awesome broken tackle touchdown run by Devin Singletary, that was against the majority of the Bears starting defense. And that was without Stephon Diggs, your top weapon. So impressive stuff over the weekend. Don't care if it was the preseason, impressive nonetheless. And everybody all of a sudden wants to make a big deal about the preseason. I'll make a big deal about it too. Bills looked awesome. And man, if that doesn't get you double stoked for what we have around the corner, I don't know what will. All right, let's get into the not so good news this week. And I'll kick it off with Isaiah Mckenzie, who really helped Mitch Trubisky have a terrific day over the weekend. He was one of his top targets when he was leading the Bills at the quarterback position over the weekend. Isaiah Mckenzie seen in a sling this afternoon at practice, and that, of course, is because of his shoulder injury that he suffered in practice on Tuesday after catching a pass from Mitch Trubisky in which he was lit up by Jordan Poyer. Now, no fault to Poyer, of course. You got to play as hard as you can, and even though it is practice and they do ease up, it's still, it's still football. That's what I'm trying to get at. Injuries happen, and from what people have said that were at the practice, Poyer really did try to slow up. It wasn't, of course, like Jordan Poyer tried to absolutely lay out his teammate. You're playing ball. He tried his best to ease up. Didn't happen in time. And Mckenzie wound up getting really shaken up. He was down on the field for quite some time. He had to get helped off, and he was seen in a sling today in practice. There's no word right now as to how long he's going to be out. Is there a possibility for him to be back week one? At this point, you could say yes. I don't think we know whether or not that's out of the question. But he's injured nonetheless, and he's not the only one. The Bills have a pretty lengthy injury list right now. It's not obviously not any superstars at the moment, but the more these injuries pile up on top of the next segment I'll get into, which is the COVID situation that happened in Buffalo. I mean, these things can add up quick, but right now, the players who did not practice according to injury or due to injury, according to the Bills Wire over at USA Today, Antonio Williams, Isaiah Marquez Stevenson, Tommy Sweeney, Spencer Brown, Harrison Phillips, who got hurt over the weekend. And man, I hope he heals up. His knee, man, his legs, he just can, I hate it. He's had so many leg injuries, and there's not a better guy in the league than Harrison Phillips. I mean, you cannot not root for that guy. And to see him get injured again is an absolute bummer. Hope he heals up. He's in a contract year, and I'm really pulling for Harrison. So hope all is squared away there. Jaquan Johnson, Trevin Hester, Reed Ferguson, Dane Jackson, Teron Johnson, and Levi Wallace all did not practice, due to injury. So that's the injury list right now. Isaiah Mckenzie obviously highlighting that injury list because listen, Isaiah Mckenzie, he's becoming a key role player in this offense. In a star-studded, packed Bills offense, especially in the wide receiver room, Isaiah Mckenzie, I always looked at him as the Bills' lesser version of Tyreek Hill, a guy that can really do it all, an absolute speedster, and a guy that you want on your team for that reason. You want a guy who brings you multiple different ways to get your hands on the ball, score, and we've seen him do that throughout his time in Buffalo, especially last year. He had a terrific year. And he'll be a huge factor, I believe, on the team this season. And that's why the Bills brought him back. So really hoping for a speedy recovery there for Isaiah McKenzie. So now we'll get into the coronavirus situation with the Bills. And I mean, make of it what you will at this point, but the Bills are currently one of the they're at the bottom right now in regards to vaccinations in the league. From what I saw online today, the Bills are in the bottom 4 when it comes to vaccination rate. The majority of the NFL is over 89%, and the Bills are currently in the mid-80s. So if you look at that based on the numbers, the Bills are in the bottom 4 of the league. Now, what the issue that happened within the Bills organization this past week wasn't due to being unvaccinated. It's just the fact of when you are unvaccinated and you are a close contact like Cole Beasley was, you have to sit out time. And of course, a Bills training staff member who was vaccinated got the coronavirus, and Cole Beasley was a close contact. Now, the unfortunate reality here is if that happens throughout the season, you're talking a minimum 5 games that you have to sit out. A minimum 5, or not 5 games. Sorry, that's what I said. 5 days. I don't know if I said games, not games. 5 days. And look, a week is only 7 days long. And if you get it the day after a game, I mean, there's a game each week, the NFL. So if you're having to miss 5 days, that could very, very likely have you miss a game. Bills are not the same without Cole Beasley on the field, that's for sure. And now you see Isaiah McKenzie go down. We don't know the timetable there on his injury. So all of a sudden, you have 2 wide receivers currently who are not able to be on the field for the Buffalo Bills. And that, of course, is why the Bills go out and sign another wide receiver today. Bills pick up wide receiver Steven Sims from the Washington football team. He spent the last couple of seasons there. He does kick returning as well. But that was the biggest indication to me today that there might be some concern with the depth at the wide receiver position. And it's also kind of pumping the brakes a little bit going into the season, knowing that there's potential for players to have to sit out due to the coronavirus. If something like this happens again, whether it be a training staff member, some guy on the sidelines holding the camera, if you're a close contact, you're going to have to sit out 5 days. So that's the unfortunate reality right now for Cole Beasley. And look, his vaccination stance isn't going to change. I'm sure the rest of the Bills team isn't going to change. They're probably going to stay towards the lower end of that. As I've told you before, I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. Everybody's decisions are their own, but the NFL's jurisdiction on how they rule it is their own choice as well. And the 5-day minimum is currently what you have to sit out if you are unvaccinated and a close contact. So if this happens throughout the season, that's the reality of the situation. Praying it doesn't, but you can see how easy it does happen. And hopefully we just got it out of the way. Thank you for bringing this up, Matthew. Yes, of course, Cole Beasley was the headliner there, but Star Lotulelei, Butler, and Gabe Davis also were close contacts and had to sit out as well. So great point. I can't believe I highlighted over that, but Gabe Davis, there you go, another star wide receiver. So you got 3 guys right now who are going to be heavily rotated within the Bills' starting wide receiver group are no longer on the field as of right now this week. So you can see how easy things change. And like I said, the hope is you get this stuff out of the way, but it's what happens. And when you're fighting a pandemic, of course, this adds a whole new wrinkle to not, just avoiding injury, but having to avoid the virus as well. And for our sake, I just really hope that Cole Beasley can stay away from situations like this throughout the year, because obviously he's not going to get vaccinated. And because of that, if this happens again, he's got to miss 5 days. So fingers crossed that this is done and out of the way, and Cole Beasley will be back onto the field in no time. So housekeeping there for the Bills this week as far as news and storylines. And as I mentioned, this coming week, Bills take on the Packers for the last preseason game. Man, 3 games already done That was awfully quick, wasn't it? Crazy. To think the season is right around the corner is absolutely insane, but awesome nonetheless. Super, super excited. We are just 4 minutes and 30 seconds away from me doing a live fantasy football draft with you all on the smoke break. And I'm so stoked to be doing this because I want your help. Me and my buddies from college, we do this every year. And they scheduled it for 8:30, which is smack dab in the middle of this show. And I was like, I was thinking about asking to reschedule, but I'm like, wait a minute. I got the best damn football fans in the land tuning in with me. Why don't I just do it then and get their perspective? So this isn't just going to be my team. This is going to be our team. And I'm taking all of your suggestions into account. And we are going to draft my team together. D Handsome, so funny you say this. I keep telling all my boys I'm taking Tyler Bass with my first pick. So that's hilarious you said that because I keep screwing around with my buddies saying that that's going to be my pick. Although based on last year, how bad of a pick would it be? Tyler Bass, man, the money machine. Hopefully he's there when it's time to take a kicker. Before we dive into the draft and the Josh Allen sauce test, I got to tell you about my new friends over at the BF VPN. These guys are terrific, and they're offering all of us Bills fans a terrific deal on your VPN service. I'm using it right now, and it really helps your internet connection. You guys know I've had a couple of blunders in the past. Right here live with you guys, whether it was my computer blowing up or me just flat out losing internet connection. It sucks. It's not fun for you guys. It's embarrassing for me. I hate it. And BFVPN does a really, or NordVPN. I keep saying BFVPN. That's the website you visit to take advantage of our promotion for NordVPN. It's the BFVPN.com. But NordVPN, using them right now, and they make sure I don't cut out so I can do fun things like down a bottle of Josh Allen hot sauce with you and do fantasy football drafts. So without further ado, quick little commercial I made to show you guys what the deal is over at NordVPN and how you can get in on it. What up, Buffalo Fanatics, Z-Bot, Z here with you live. No, not again. Come on. Man. Every time I go live, my internet lags out. What's this? Z-Bot, you got to start using NordVPN for your streams. It will help speed up your internet. 2-year plan is 70% off at the BFVPN.com, and you get your first month free. Kingpin knows best. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Z-Bot back with you with better than ever internet connection thanks to NordVPN. The best live streams use the best internet connection. That's why the Buffalo Fanatics is proud to be sponsored by NordVPN. Visit the BFPN.com to take advantage of 70% off a 2-year plan with your first month free. I mean, you really can't beat that. My acting skills, of course, you can't beat that. But what you really can't beat is 70% off a couple months free. Give them a go. We're all on the internet far too much. I know I am. And if you're going to be on the internet that much, you might as well make the most of it and have the best quality internet experience you can. And the only way to do that is with NordVPN. So head over to the BFVPN.com. You see it right here on the sidebar, and that's where you can take advantage of that discount. Awesome stuff. All right, guys, let's head over to the draft board here, where we are just 40 quick seconds away from this draft getting underway here. And for those asking, I'm pick 4. I'm pick number 4, and here's the dealio. 12-team league. 12-team league. I'm not the commish, so I don't know. I don't know all the rulings. All I know is all I do is win. All I do is win. And that, at the end of the day, is all I really care about. You can count the points however you like. It's PPR, and it's not Dynasty or anything like that. Just your standard draft. Pretty sure it's Snake. It's the way we're doing her. So here we go, baby. 5 or 2, 1. Oh, can you guys hear that? Yeah, I think you can. Awesome. Yeah, draft day. You're not kidding. All right, first pick off the board. Who went? First, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook. All right, what's everybody thinking? Need your comments below. Damn. All right, Alvin Kamara was my choice. And the reason that was going to be my choice is because the quarterback situation in New Orleans right now, as we well know, is not too hot. And I think Alvin Kamara is going to be a major, major factor on that Saints team this year, more so than he already has been. All right, looking here. I'm getting no love in the comments. Need your help. D Handsome, I'd love to pick Josh Allen right now, but I'd be shooting myself in the foot doing it this early. Hopefully he's there a bit later on. Man, this is a tough one. I'm not loving Saquon off the injury, especially with the wide receiver weapons that they just added. I think the logical choice right now is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, the logical choice. He was a machine last year. He's on the board at pick 4. That's who we're going. Derrick Henry off the board, ladies and gents. First pick for the Brown Hat Tivs. That's my team name. It's named after this guy right here in the comment section, Christian Neri. We used to refer to him as Negative because he's such a happy guy. And Tiv is short for negative, and he used to wear a brown hat around, i.e. the brown hat Tivs. So while we're waiting for my next pick, let's not waste any more time, and let's get into what we're all here for, and that's seeing how good these Josh Allen sauces are. And as I said, sauces, SAWCES. All we do is get dubs when it comes to Josh Allen. So here's the dealio. We got your hot sauce. Okay, so strictly hot. Love the branding on these, by the way, too. So you got the Color Rush for the hot, and then you got the little Bills Mafia logoing around here, which I think is super, super cool. Ever since the Bills have embraced Bills Mafia and its verbiage, it's been amazing. It's on everything. So you have to love that. You got your mild, and that's the away jersey variant right here. And then we got barbecue, home jersey variant. I'm not a huge barbecue guy. And I like barbecue sauce, obviously. Hard not to. But when it comes to my chicken wings, not ever ordering barbecue. Just not doing it because mild's too good, hot's too good, medium's too good, garlic parm's too good. There's just way too many good sauce combinations to go with before I would ever think about going with barbecue. So here's what really pained me when I ordered these wings. This is the first time in my life that I ordered wings without any sauce on them. And it just felt really freaking weird when I ordered them. I felt like I was like a 5-year-old. Like, can I please get some chicken wings with no sauce? Like, you can't be doing that. You cannot order sauceless wings. I mean, that's worse than dipping your wings in ranch, right, Pierre? Terrible. So what I'm thinking is we'll start with the barbecue. And then we'll work our way up to mild, and then we're going to get into the Color Rush hot at the end. So here's the barbecue. The JA barbecue. And what we're going to do, like I said off the top of the show, we're going to do one wing with the blue cheese, one without it. And then what do you think? Should I save my scoring / rank? Yeah, I'll rank them at the end. As to which one I like. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not even going to lick the cap like I normally would because I'm a savage. Because I want to get a true experience here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to savage it. Because I should probably taste the sauce before I taste on the wing, right? Tell you what, Bills Mafia. Let me tell you something. I mean, I know that was just licking the cap, but this got a little heat to it, and it's freaking good. So how we're going to do this, I got a big old bucket. Right? I got a bucket. I'm going to pour the sauce into the bucket, shake them around, and really sauce these bad boys up. D Handsome asking, what's the brand? What's the brand of the sauce? So no branding on the sauce, but here's the awesome thing, and I can't forget to mention this. Every time somebody buys one of these bottles, proceeds of the purchase go to benefit the Patricia Allen Fund, which is, of course, Josh Allen's grandmother, which we all helped raise, over $1 million for last year. And it goes to the Oshai Children's Hospital, which we all know Josh Allen does a ton of work for. So not only are you helping out an awesome charity and Josh Allen and his efforts, but you're getting some what seemed to be off the bat really freaking good sauces. So keep an eye on my am I up? Is my pick up? No. Wait, tell me I'm up. No, I'm not up. Okay. Keep me posted. All right. Barbecue first, everybody. In the hole. Oh. Okay. Sauce is in. I'm gonna do one flat. I don't discriminate, by the way. I like flats and drums. Doesn't bother me. One flat, one drum in the bucket. Get my lid, and we're gonna shake these bad boys up and get them saucy. All right, am I up? Did I miss my pick? What pick are we on here? Oh, okay, you're on the clock. 3 picks in 3 picks. Okay. All right, here we go. Sauce these babies up. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. All right. Here we go. All right, what do we think? Blue cheese one first or normal one first? Normal one first. That seems right. Oh, and by the way, to wash it down, apple juice. Apple juice, baby. I'm all out of water bottles, and I'm at tap water I'm at my work studio, and not very good. I'm not one of those people who complain about water taste. Hate that. I hate people who are like, oh, I only drink Essentia water. No. Don't be that guy. Just water. All right, tell you what, one of the reasons I love this joint, Pub 235, it's right near where I live. Reason I love this joint, not only the wings good, their blue cheese is unreal good. And you can tell how good a blue cheese is just by looking at it. Thick, tons of chunks in it. Love that. Got to get my I'm sure the suspense is killing you right now. All right, got to get my paper towels in. I'm a freaking messy eater, man. Gets all in the beard too. Not good. All right. Here we go, folks. First one in the taste test, the Josh Allen home variant barbecue. And here we go. Bad timing. I got to tell you guys. By the way, it is a sin to leave meat on the bone. Don't you ever do it. I eat these things like a dog on his last meal. I'll tell you that, no matter what. All right. So far, so good. That was freaking good. All right, who we going with, boys and girls? Under a minute here. We got to go wide out. Is Diggs gone? Yep, Diggs is gone, of course. And see, that's the problem. When you're a Bills fan, everybody knows how much we're loyal, and they take everybody from me. I'm seeing Waller. Everybody's going Waller. All right, I'm not going to argue with the crowd. Ooh, is Justin Jefferson still there? Or is he gone? I'm not paying very good attention. No, he's gone. He just went. God. All right. I like Darren Waller. He's probably as good as it gets on that Vegas offense. So let's do it. Darren Waller off the board. Good choice, everybody. Okay. Now here's where it really counts. A wing is always good. A wing is only as good as its blue cheese. And we're going to see how well the blue cheese is complemented by this Josh Allen barbecue sauce. Here we go. Now, I don't mess around here. I mean, we cover them here. When I eat wings, a dozen of these, I got to go through about 3 cups of blue cheese. All right, here we go. Good enough for you there, Rye? Clean as a whistle, baby. What do you think about that, Rye guy? Oh man. Listen. Josh Allen just ain't winning on the field, I'll tell you that. That is some damn good barbecue sauce. And now, like I said, I'm not in on the barbecue sauce on the wings, typically. But that's some damn good barbecue sauce. That's going to be tough to beat. Let me just taste this again. See, here's the deal with this. It's sweet and it's spicy and it's tangy. It's got a lot going on. Let me clean this bowl out here a little bit. It's got a lot going on, and I like that. It's sending my taste buds on a mission. Man, oh man, I'm getting it all over the place here. I'm not in the best setup to be eating. But hey, I'll eat anywhere. I really don't care. All right. That's going to be freaking tough to beat. That was freaking good. That was good. Yeah, D Handsome, everybody else, get on your horse. Get out to Wegmans, Tops, whatever you got to do, and get a bottle of that. All right. We're graduating to mild here. Now, mild, listen, you can call me what you want, but that's usually my go-to. I like hot. I do. But sometimes hot's just, it takes away from the flavor of the wing. It's just too hot. So I like mild because you get the best of both worlds. You get the flavor and you get the heat. All right, so here it is, the mild, clean-looking bottle. I got to tell you, they did a hell of a job with these. It's amazing. I will buy anything that's got a Bills logo on it. It's unbelievable. Like they got Tostitos corn chips now. It's the same thing. It's just freaking tortilla chips. And they had the Bills logo on it. I bought like 3 bags of them. Yo, how about these apple juices? No straw. No straw. All right, pick is up. Who we thinking here? Who we thinking here? Oh, you guys didn't tell me Kittle was still available. Why the hell did I go Waller? All right, we got to go wide receiver here. And Mike Evans is speaking to me. Mike Evans is speaking to me here a little bit. What am I seeing here in the comments? Seeing James Robinson or Allen Robinson? Is Allen Robinson? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's about all they got over there in Chicago. Yeah. No, I'm going Mike Evans. The Bucs are going to be even better than they were last year. I look out. Mike Evans off the board. There we go. Okay. I gotta take a sip of this. You like that, man? I'm eating like a caveman right now. I look like a caveman, eating like a caveman. All right. Mild. In the hole. Let's do it. If you were wondering the nutrition facts, 71 servings in this, but for me, that's about 5 servings. I already emptied out about half of that thing of barbecue sauce on 2 wings. And 15 calories per serving. And absolutely loaded to the brim with sodium, just how I like it. 120 mils of sodium per serving. So we're talking for me about 300 milligrams of sodium per wing here. All right. Shake this up. It's got a little oil at the top, which I like. Giving this a good old shake, spreading it around. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now, what I like about this, and you can tell right off the bat, is it's got some thickness to it. And I dig that about a hot sauce. Let me give the lick test here. Could be going 2 for 2 here, guys. All right, here we go. In the hole. You ready? Boom. Oh, baby. Yes, yes, sir. 69 people in here. You gotta love that. On the nose. What better way to celebrate the new launch of Josh Allen sauce than with 69 of my closest friends? All right. You know the rules. One drum and one flat in the hole. And we're going to give these babies a good old shaking. Like my wings shaking, not stirred. Here we go. Double fisting. Really get them around here. Oh, God. Sauce them up, baby. Come on. By the way, I don't know how I'm feeling about this fantasy team right now. And I'm not paying even remotely close attention because I got freaking wings in front of me. I mean, priorities. You know what I'm saying? Wings and Josh Allen sauce. I mean, who's got time for a draft? How's anybody else looking at these other? Let me see here. I haven't even looked at anybody else's team. It doesn't even matter. I could go on auto draft. I'll still win this thing. All right. Here we go. Oh. Now, when you smell it with the sauce, sometimes that can be a big indicator. And this kind of hits you right when you open up the. Yeah, Colin, I agree with you. Waller at 2, especially with Kittle still on the board. That was a panic move. And I got to be honest, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm totally with you there. But you know what? What's done is done. All right. So I did the drumstick first last time. I'm going to stick with the same theme. Here we go. Truth to hearts, you compromise the taste of the mild. Listen, I only got one bucket with me, and I did as good of a job as I could have of cleaning it to not compromise the taste. So I had that same thought, but look at my bucket utilization. It has to be what it is, and that's singular bucket over here at the studio. I'm lucky I even had this. You want to know what this bucket is? Check this out. This bucket had cotton candy in it no more than 20 minutes ago. You want to talk about compromising the flavor? There you go. So sorry, but hey, I could be onto something. You want to know what we're going to do at the end? We're going to mix all 3 of these. That's what we're going to. We're going to create our own variant. We're going to mix all 3 of these wings because listen, my biggest pet peeve nowadays, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this, wings don't come in a dozen anymore. It's a 10-piece, and they're like $20. It's like $20 for a 10-piece these days. And the problem is I'll pay it. You know what I mean? Like I won't even blink. I won't even think twice. But man, like, dude, wings anymore? I mean, you might as well go get a steak or something. The way the wing game's going these days. All right, here we go. Here's the mild. Yeah. Golden rule. You got to eat the end like this. You're paying like $20 for 10 wings, man. You can't let a morsel of these go to waste. Tell you what. I will tell you what. That's freaking good. And I already know damn well this is going to hit heavy with this blue cheese. Oh, and we're sucking her off the bone here too. Don't you worry. Here we go. You ready? Oh, look at that. You kidding me? Doesn't get better than that, ladies and gents. All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even have cared if it sucked because Josh Allen was on the front and I was just about that and that alone. It's good. Like I'm not I wouldn't lie to you guys. I've had more chicken wings in my day than should probably even be legal. I mean, I've had a disgusting amount of chicken wings in my day. Disgusting. And I mean, this is freaking good. And that's homerism aside. Like it's good. If you just gave me these wings without the Josh Allen signage on it, I'd be all about it. I'd be all about it. All right, listen. Give me 2 seconds. I don't want to get yelled at for compromising the taste. And you guys are totally right. It's not fair. It's not fair to the game. It's not fair to the wing game. I'm gonna go wash the bucket out. Give me 30 seconds. While I'm doing this, take a look at the fantasy board here. Please help me out because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling too good about it right now. Be right back. Bucket is clean. No flavor compromise for the hot sauce. And here, with the hot, I mean, you got to be packing it. Because if you screw up hot sauce, it can taste like absolute ass. Like, I got to be honest with you. I do not like Tabasco. I can't stand Tabasco. It's not that I don't mind. It's not the heat. I like the heat. Tabasco does not taste good. Like when you're lining up Tabasco with Frank's Red, it's not even close. Oh my God, I'm on the clock. Oh, good God. Help me out here. Julio? Yeah, whatever. Guys, I hate my team. And now I kind of regret. Now I kind of regret going Mike Evans because Chris Godwin's still on the board. And this is what happens when you're not paying attention. But that's fine because we got way, way bigger things going on right now. All right. Time for the big dog right now. The Color Rush. The Color Rush hot. All right. I already told you, hot. It's very hit or miss for me. It's very hit or miss for me. All right. So here's the hot. And now, to be honest with you, by far the coolest packaging because you got the Color Rush jersey and the hot sauce is kind of like a crimson red. And it just really, it pops with the Color Rush jersey. It looks freaking sweet. Awesome stuff. All right. Hot sauce in the hole. But before we do that, got to do the lick test. All right. It's not that hot. It's not that hot. I mean, it's got some kick, obviously. It's hot sauce, but it's not like, pass out hot, which I kind of like that. Like I told you, if it's too hot, sometimes you're compromising elsewhere and it's just not very good. All right. Well, my boys are they're pissed at me because I took too long to draft there. It's like, listen, you cannot rush perfection. All right. Ooh, Truth Too Hard says Josh Allen visor Gatorade would be sick. Yep. Give me all of that. Give me all that Truth Two Hearts. I'd be sucking these wings down and then washing them down with all of that Gatorade. Okay. Color Rush, hot, in the hole. Now, this is a little more liquidy than the mild. The mild had a little more thickness to it, and I guess this is why, because this has 0 calories in it. So my guess is the reason the calorie count is up on the mild is they added something to thicken it up, which I like. Big man's got to eat, you know? Big man's got to eat, and Bills fans gotta stay loyal to the food group in which that we were born and raised on. All right, flat in there, drum in there, in the hole. Taking our cap, seal it shut, and here we are. Double fist. Yeah, Colin coming in saying we need butter. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. A little melted butter in here. Oh, baby. But you want to talk about flavor compromising. It would make them all too good. I think somebody in here asked me, I think it might have been Richard Rush, give me my favorite wing spot other than the big three. Assuming the big three, obviously Anchor Bar, Bar Bill, and Duff's. Out of those three, it's not even close. It's Bar Bill. Bar Bill has the best wings ever. But I will say, outside of those three, best wings in Buffalo, 9/11. 9/11 in Buffalo. If you can get in there when they're open like 3 hours a week. You never know when those 3 hours are. Their wings are unbelievable. So yeah, check them out. Okay. Flat first. You know the rules. And drum first. Ooh, these are saucy. Oh man. All right. Let's see. See how hot these are gonna be. All right. Back the mic away a little bit. Bad timing again. Oh, I lied. These are hot. Woo. Who am I taking? Diggs is gone. Diggs is gone, right guy. Who are we going with? I'm liking this a lot. I totally dug that. A lot. Oh, dude, someone already took. Who took Allen? Dude. Shit. This is not going the way I want it to at all. At all. I don't even know, man. Yeah. This is such a panic pick. Oh my God, that was such a panic pick. Oh my God, I hate this team. I am not paying the entry fee. All my boys watching, sorry. Playing for free. Woo! That sauce was hot. I hate this team, guys. Unbelievable. That was such a panic pick. Lamar, now I got to root for him. All right. I really dug that a lot. Now we got to try it with the blue cheese. God, I hate this team, guys, but I'm loving these wings. All right. Here we go. I'm not going to lie. I'm sweating a little bit. I totally underestimated the heat. I knew I would, too. Here we go. Oh. They're getting a little cold on me. Yeah. Yep. That's really good. The heat on those is solid. The heat is solid. And when I say solid, I mean like it's not too much, but it's good. You know, like it's just the right amount and it tastes good. None of these missed. None of these missed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do all three at once. We're going to do all three at once and we're going to come up with our own flavor. We're going to call it the smoke break variant. Smoke break. The smoke break sauce. Yeah, you're right. I got to give a winner, don't I? All right. Tough to pick a winner. Tough to pick a winner because they're all different, right? The one that shocked me the most is the barbecue because I wasn't expecting much. And it was really good. The barbecue was really good because it hit me in a way I didn't think it would. Hot, sweet, and I don't know, just all around really good flavor, and I totally dig it. I totally digged it. Mild is as good as any mild you're gonna find. I believe that. Like if you threw that mild in with like some butter and did it like a normal wing, totally lights out. And then with the hot, like I said, I'm not like huge on the hot all the time, but I would totally order these. And that's saying something because I'm usually not ordering hot. So all three are winners. But if I had to go with one, I'm probably going with the mild. But I think that's just because that's where I always go. But it's good mild. All three of these are really good. Really, really good. All right. So I already have a good amount of the hot in there. You can see. So what we're going to do is we are going to put in the barbecue and the mild with it and see what that's all about, because why not? By the way, as I sauce up this bucket, there's no better time to let you know about my friends over at Manscaped. And you know that I love Manscaped. And the reason I love them so much is because I love the Lawnmower 4.0. By far their best product, in my opinion, and by far the best men's grooming product on the market right now. And you already know why. I tell you every week, but I can never tell you enough. LED light mixed in, or not mixed in, I'm mixing this, built in to the product itself, which I love because you know me, I love taking care of my men's grooming at like 3 a.m. with the lights off. It's my favorite thing to do. And then when I'm done doing that, I throw it on the wireless charger. And as I always tell you guys, nothing I love more than knowing that I am in the future with my wireless charger. When I'm wirelessly charging my men's grooming product, it tells me I'm in the future. And all we're waiting for now is for Elon Musk to partner with Manscaped and make the Lawnmower 5.0. That's going to be able to make chicken wings for me and mow my lawn and do all that sort of stuff. Elon Musk just announced that he has a robot coming out. But who needs a robot when you got the Lawnmower 4.0? Thing's got a light on it, and it's got a freaking wireless charger. That's all I need. I don't need a robot. Well, you want to know what would be even better, honestly? A robot and the Lawnmower 4.0. Because I get all the features of the Lawnmower 4.0, and I got a robot doing all the work for me. Sign me up for that whenever Manscaped comes out with it. But right now, you can do all the trimming yourself with the Lawnmower 4.0. When you head over to manscaped.com and use the promo code Fanatics, you're going to be able to pick up the Lawnmower 4.0 at a special discount, thanks to yours truly and all of us over at Fanatics. So thank you to Manscaped, as always, for sponsoring the program and keeping me well trimmed, especially at night when I whip out the LED light and go nuts on them. Lawnmower 4.0 over at manscaped.com, promo code Fanatics. All right, we have the three sauces combined in here now. I'm just going to do one wing with this because these wings are kind of getting cold. Not going to lie to you. And it's sad. But that's what happens when you're grinding like I am right now and putting all this work in to perfect the perfect wing. I should have gotten like a heater out here or something, you know? Didn't think about it. Okay, here we go. So all three mixed in. It's going to be interesting. The smoke break sauce. You're seeing it here first. Okay, here we go. Shaking it up. Yes, sir. Jeff said he had the lawnmower 3.0 and it died after 2 uses. Well, that's why you got to get the lawnmower 4.0, Jeff. No, but in all seriousness, it didn't have the wireless charger. That's the problem. That's why it died. It didn't have the wireless charger. You got to get the lawnmower 4.0 wireless charger. It'll never die on you. Come on, Jeff. You know that. Promo code Fanatics. Get over there. Get it. All right. All three wings. all three sauces. The smoke break sauce. All right. I'm going to take one bite without the blue cheese, one with it. And see what happens. Here we go. I mean, there's your winner. You guys want a winner? There it is. That's good. I don't even know what that tastes like. That's freaking fantastic. It kind of drowns out a little bit of the heat from the hot, but you still get the heat. You get that thickness of the mild, and then the barbecue kind of rounds it out. And I'm totally digging that. Here we go. I'm all in. I'm all in on the smoke break sauce. I'm all in on it. All right, here's what you got to do. Here's what I want you to do. I want everybody watching this to go out, buy all three sauces, mix them up, dunk them in some wings, and tag me on Twitter at ZachB22 with a picture of it and the hashtag smoke break sauce, SAWCE. And I'll do some sort of giveaway. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to do a giveaway. Go out, buy all three sauces, support a good cause, and get some great sauces. All three, mix them up. Take a picture, tag me on Twitter at ZachB22, hashtag smoke break sauce. And you'll be entered for a giveaway. Maybe I'll give away some sauce. Ooh, there you go. Enter the giveaway. I want you guys to try that. That's how good it was. And you could potentially win something from me. So there you go. Giveaway on Twitter. Tag me at ZachB22, hashtag smoke break sauce, SAWCE. And let me know what you think of that, because that is freaking good. I'm going to polish the rest of these wings off with that sauce while we round out the draft here. Damn. Boys, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but they might need to get me on the phone over at Pelicano Specialty Foods Incorporated. It's right down the road. It's in Buffalo. All right, I'm up. Oh, I'm sweating a little bit because of that heat. Got a very, very, very low sweat tolerance. Brutal. I need to look into that LASIK surgery. My girlfriend's brother just got it, I think. Close your pores up so I can eat all the hot chicken wings I want and not sweat. Now that is what I need. All right. Who am I taking? Guys, I need your input. So Jerry Jeudy's still here. And I remember people telling me last round I should have considered him. I need to fill in that RB2 spot, though. You got to think Henderson's going to get touches with the Cam Akers out. They did just pick up Sony Michel, though. Yeah, you're right, Terrace. Yeah, highest rated running back. You only have one. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to hell. This team's gone to hell. I'm not happy at all. And now I got Joe coming in here and say no value at running back here. I mean, value in the sense that I had to go running back. I only had one. I mean, you scroll down the line here, the next highest running back. Where are we looking here? Fournette or Moser? And I mean, yeah, you're right. I think Tank Ninja. I think you're right. But I already had the 2 wideout spots filled up. I mean, yeah, we could have went flex with it, but then I would have been really shot for RB. Where can I look at the other teams here? Let's see how my boys are doing. Okay, so we'll go on the roster here in order here. All right, Tampa Bay. Wonder what team he likes. Bandwagon, classic Long Island buddy of mine. Straight bandwagoner, rooting for the Bucks. Okay, McCaffrey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Keenan Allen. All right, Edinger, Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook, John Mixon. Okay. I mean, maybe I'm getting a little in my head here because this is a 12-man league. It's tough to have like a all-star team. Dak Prescott, Alvin Kamara. I like this team. Who's baby got that? It's my buddy Marsh, I think. I like this team. Don't like the Dak pick, though, but, I mean, if he's back healthy, he's going to put up yards, that's for sure. All right, that's my team. I already love this team. You can tell. Yeah, it's pretty solid. God, I wish I would have gotten Allen, man. Yeah, I mean, the more I look at these other teams, it's not like it's not bad. It's not bad. All right. I got a little too into my head. I don't hate it. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. What I like is I like doing like an 8-man, 10-man tops. 12's tough. 12's tough because after like the first 2 rounds, it's anybody's guess, you know. An 8-man's a freaking blast because your team is just stacked. What are we thinking? Tyler Bass next round? I think we're going Bass next round. Bass-o-matic. He's going to be good for 15, 20 points a game. That's just an extra points. T-Bass, 50. What do we think? Week 1, T-Bass, 15 points off of extra points. All right, what are we doing here? All right, let's see. Where am I? Okay. Jerry Jeudy just went, Joe. Damn it. That would have been a good pick. Value with Devontae Smith? No. And the Lamar pick was see, I could have gotten Russ here, or I could have gotten Herbert. God, that Lamar pick was just absolute panic territory. Kicking myself for that. Stupid. I'm seeing Gallup in the comments, and I like that. Yeah. I'm thinking Gallup might be the move. I'm doing it. Yeah. Pick is in. As I look at my team, I'm not thrilled. I don't hate it. The only thing I hate is the fact that I went Lamar that early. That was dumb. That was really dumb. I saw Allen and Mahomes off the board, panicked, and the crappy thing is I'll probably wind up going waiver for quarterback the majority of the time, anyways, because Lamar doesn't put up a whole ton of yards through the air. That's the beauty with Mahomes and Allen is you're getting both. Getting like 300 yards in the air and like probably a rushing touchdown, 7 or 8 rushing touchdowns minimum. And we'll get them next time. All right. Saucing up some more of these wings. Woo, baby. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight, Wednesday night. You know where you be. Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel. It's been a hell of an offseason with you guys. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys tuning in every week during the offseason, man. Believe it or not, this show started the week after the season ended. I have yet to do this show during the season. And let me tell you what, if you were having fun with me during the offseason, we're going to have 10 times as much fun during the season, especially if we get one half of what last year was. So I'm so stoked to be back doing this show during the season. Cannot wait. And it's tough to believe I haven't done this show during the season. I just did my podcast. Never did the YouTube live during the season. So to say I'm stoked for that is an understatement. But thank you guys so much, as always, for making this offseason so fun. To think it's coming to an end is insane. This summer flew. Next week is September. A week from today is September. Right? What's today? The 25th? Yep. 1 week from today, September 1st. Good Lord. And then if we're looking at the schedule, Bills Steelers, of course, September 12th. So we're looking at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 days till kick. Less than 3 weeks. Oh, my God. James coming in. Z-Bot, you should do a live game reaction. I've thought about it about 1,000 times, and here's my dilemma with it. I'm a loose cannon during these games. And that's probably putting it lightly. Loose cannon. And I don't know. I don't know. I think I should do it, though. And the funny thing is I've had my dad on here before, if you remember him, and we and him are very similar. We sound the same, and we are a very, very similar breed of Bills fan. No wonder. He's the reason I am one. And we go insane. Now, when I say insane, I refuse to watch a Bills game with anybody but my dad unless circumstances require otherwise. If I'm out of town for work or, whatever. The only other people I'll watch it with is my college friends who are also diehard Bills fans who I lived with, and that's who I watched them with during college. Those are the only people I'll watch them with. And the reason for that is because I go too insane, and I won't watch them in public either. I've never, believe it or not, unless I'm at the stadium, which I usually am, when I am watching the game on TV, I shouldn't say never, but I can count on one hand the amount of times I've watched a Bills game in public, not including the stadium. And the reason for that is I can't be in public. I'm gonna either go too nuts or I'm gonna get way too mad. Like, for example, I went to the Bills-Browns game in 2019. And if you remember, they lost. Totally should have won. And like even going out, like I was there and I was an away game, so you like go and do stuff afterwards. I can't go home, obviously. And I was just so pissed that like I shouldn't have been in public. I was just a dick, total dick. And if I would have won, then I don't know. I mean, it probably would have been even worse because I'm in Cleveland, and those fans get down. Don't get me wrong, I love it. Like I love going to the away games, and I love going to the games. I mean, that's the key, because you can go as nuts as you want. At the stadium, you can go even more nuts than I would at home. But the problem with watching it in public is not everybody is in the same mindset you are when you're in public. They are at the stadium. So that's why it's fine, obviously. You can go absolutely insane at the stadium because everybody's going insane. But when you're at a bar or something, you're going to get a lot of cash fans there, unfortunately. And I don't blend well with cash fans, casual fans. Do not blend well with them. One of my biggest pet peeves is hanging out with cash fans because I don't know. It irks me out. Watching a game with them, that's a whole other ballgame. I can't do it. Oh, is this Mark? Let me see here. Trying to see. Wait, Jeff, are you Mark's brother or is this Mark? So as you know, my man Mark, my old neighbor, who I told you guys the story of crazy story how you watched every smoke break and he happened to live 2 doors down. I had no idea. I did tell Mark that I could watch a game with him, or I was gonna have more for a game, and of course that's still gonna happen because Mark and Jeff, you guys get it. All right, so Jeff, awesome, you are his brother. Okay, I didn't know if Mark was going under an alias these days. No, see, that's the difference here, Jeff. That's the difference. You and I will blend perfectly together. And it's also not in public. You're in the confines of my house where I can do whatever I want. Punch a hole in the wall, dump champagne over my head. I've done both. I've done both before. Now, the beauty of that is you can also do that comfortably when you're in the presence of people that are understanding of that stuff, right? Jeff, you would be understanding of that. And by the way, thank you for reminding me of that, Jeff, because that 1,000,000% needs to happen. You and Mark are 1,000,000,000,000% coming over for a game this year. Or even better, maybe we should just hit one up together. That would be even better. Moral of the story here, though, end of this rant. I'm very, 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 like, grossly particular when it comes to watching Bills games. I'll never forget. Here's a story for you. Here's a story for you. So I played lacrosse my whole life. And growing up, a lot of these summer tournaments were on the weekend, and I hated it. I loved lacrosse. I loved played my whole life, like I said. But I hated the tournaments when they fell late in the summer because the Bills games were on. This would happen probably during like 2 or 3 tournaments. So I would have to play lacrosse during a Bills game. And the anxiety it gave me was next level. And now this is back in, and I'm not dating myself. I'm only 24, but just goes to show you how much things have changed over a handful of years here. This is back when social media wasn't like what it is now, where like everybody's talking about the game at once, and there's no way that you're going to be able to avoid the score. There's no way. Like nowadays, if you're not watching the game, you are going to find that score out whether you like it or not. That's just the way it's going to go. But during this time, it was possible because we would DVR the game, and then we would go throughout the whole tournament dodging the score. All right, what's the deal here? What are we thinking? Could it be Bassomatic time? What round are we in? Round 8. Not a single Bills player on this roster, and that's really pissing me off. Bees? Could it be Bees season right now? Best slot receiver in the game? What do I got here? I don't need another wide receiver though. I don't know. D Handsome, what are you thinking, brother? God. I'm not confident in any of this. I'm taking B's. Don't care. All right, back to my story. So this is back when you could dodge the score, and we did. Me and my dad were pros at this. I would plug my ears. I would avoid everybody because I knew as soon as the tournament was over and I got in the car, it was safe. There was no way I was going to find the score out. Phones off, radios off. Because I can't listen to that. I can't do that. I can't do the radio. God knows I can't do the score update on my phone. No, like the thought of that makes me want to throw up. I absolutely have to watch the game. Like I would admit, I can't say that. You know what? Maybe I will, because I think it might be the truth. If my wife was giving birth, I wouldn't miss the birth, but the game would be on in the hospital. The game would be on in the room as she's giving birth. I don't care if the baby is 3/4 of the way out. Game's on the TV. That's just setting the stage here. Okay. Now there would be times when I wouldn't be so lucky. And this is one of those times. So the tournament ends. Okay. Tournament ends. And I think I'm home safe. I think I'm home safe. And I'm walking. Please tell me you're referring to the childbirth thing, because that's fantastic. I'm not kidding either, by the way. My girlfriend, God, she would kill me too. She would absolutely kill me. But whatever. So the tournament's over and I'm walking off the field. And like I said, I think I'm home safe. And now everybody, of course, knows how big of a Bills fan I am. And I live upstate. I live in Rochester. So, the majority of people on my team and the families are Bills fans. And one of the parents, and now mind you, I think, what am I at this? I'm like, I don't know. I can't be older than like 13. And this is like a grown person. And, a parent of a friend of mine. And I'm walking off and the parent tells me the score of the Bills game. And I lost it. I mean, I went into a blind rage. Absolutely freaked out. I blacked out during it. I got so mad. I wound up having to apologize to the parent. After the fact, I felt so bad. But oh my God, and the funny thing is, this was like over 10 years ago. I still remember it to this day. Like just the feel, not only like how awful it was that like a 13-year-old was absolutely screaming at an adult over a football game. But I just remember the feeling of like, oh my God, there's no way you just did this to me. There's no way. There's no way I made it the whole damn day. And it was like I can't remember the exact parameters of the game. It was like a tight game. Like it was totally like a can't miss game. Oh, I'm up. Awful. Mike Gesicki, hell yeah. I love Mike Gesicki. Big PSU fan. Mike Gesicki had a hell of a game against us last year. I was at that game. And he diced us up with Fitz. That was the game of the year, by the way, for the Bills last year. I was so stoked I was able to be at that game. That was Josh Allen's coming out party. Yeah, so that was that was kind of my story to synopsize kind of just how, we're all crazy. All Bills fans are crazy, but I get this weird breed of crazy when it comes to like my territory over the game. And you can ask anybody that knows me, like it has to be like a certain setup. I can only be with certain people. I can't be with non-Bills fans unless we're really close and you know me and you can kind of give me my space and let me do whatever. But yeah, it's probably an illness for sure. JK, going to any road games this year? Yes, sir. I will be in Nashville for the Monday Nighter, or as I like to call it, One Bills Drive, Tennessee. I just made that up. It's not very good. One Bills Drive, Tennessee. It is unbelievable the amount of Bills fans that make that trip to Tennessee. Me and all my college friends go, and it is we did it a couple years ago. Marcus Mariota's last game. Bills won a tight one, really low scoring game. And it was unbelievable. I've never been so blown away by a visiting presence in my life. I mean, it was like, I'm not over exaggerating. It was like 75% Bills fans in Tennessee. I couldn't believe it. I mean, like it was louder when the Bills did anything than it ever was when Tennessee did anything. It's unbelievable. How's the stadium? Stadium's cool. It's right outside of downtown Nashville. What is it called these days? A Nissan Stadium, I think. It's a cool stadium. I mean, it's kind of in the mix between like the newer stadiums and the older stadiums. There's nothing particularly special about it, but the environment's great because, not only are you going to the game, and I'm stoked this year that it's a Monday night game because it's going to make it twice as awesome, but just Nashville itself is amazing because if you haven't been, I mean, the strip where all the bars are is the coolest. I mean, you can drink in the streets. You can just walk around drinking anywhere. Like you really can't do that anywhere else. And every single bar has live music. Every single bar. It's just an absolute riot. And then you mix that together with, I'm not kidding you, like tens of thousands of visiting Bills fans. And it's just like, imagine like a Bills tailgate, but for like 2-3 days on a strip where drinking is going on everywhere from the streets to the bathrooms to the bar, you name it, it's happening. And there's live music everywhere. Everyone's wearing Bills gear. It's awesome. Now, I'm bummed that the New Orleans game is, I'm not bummed because I love the fact that we're playing on Thanksgiving. I'm just bummed that game is on Thanksgiving because I really wanted to go to New Orleans, but I'm not going to be able to swing it because of the holiday. But I'll tell you, that's on the bucket list because that city's amazing. Their fans are awesome. The Superdome is legendary. And that's definitely on the bucket list, but I was definitely going to do it this year if it didn't fall when it did. And then the one that I was supposed to do a couple years ago that I'm going to be forever bummed about was we had tickets to the Vegas game in Vegas. And of course the coronavirus didn't happen, but God, I wish that did happen. That would have been absolutely amazing. But circle back to your question though, Tennessee for sure. And then I don't know, I might do Miami. I usually try to do a couple roads. I almost always do the Jets game at MetLife, but I got to tell you, I hate going to MetLife. I hate it. I mean, once you go to a Bills game in Buffalo, it kind of experience everywhere else. It's just that much better than everywhere else. But the tailgate scene at MetLife is so bad. You don't even feel like you're at a football game. You're in a gigantic parking lot. It just never seems like anybody's having fun. And I've been there like tons of times. I can't even tell you how many times I've been to MetLife. And it's the same every single time. I mean, and then meanwhile, you go to the Bills tailgate and it's like, it's like the last day on earth, the way everybody's partying and having a good time. I like the inside of MetLife. I mean, it's cool when you get inside. I mean, it's huge. But I don't know if I'm going to do it again this year. My girlfriend lives right there, so that's why I usually do it. I probably will, but it's not my favorite, that's for sure. King Thriller coming in. I've never been to a Bills game before, and my neighbors are season ticket holders, hoping they can get me and my family some tickets. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got to get you out there. Are you local? Or are you some distance from the stadium? Man, what I wouldn't give to be able to experience a in-person Bills game for the first time again. When you do eventually get out there, King Thriller, man, oh man, you're gonna have to let me know your thoughts. Nothing's gonna beat it. D Handsome, Z, you in Buffalo or near it? Rochester, D. Rochester, right down the road. Try to get to as many. I don't do seasons. I don't buy seasons because I like getting tickets the day of. I like sitting different places. And at least from my experience, I do most all home games, or at least I try to. Um, the thing I like about not being married to season tickets is that it's almost always cheaper to buy them either the day before or the day of. I mean, I'll go to the lot typically and buy tickets 10 minutes beforehand, and you usually get great seats for cheap. So, any recommendation? If you're ever looking for a recommendation for those who don't go that often or who never go, like King Thriller, that's a cool way to do it too. Plus, you get to experience different portions of the stadium, and it's different everywhere you go. Like, believe me, the 300 the 300 level at the Ralph is not centered. Is not the 50-yard line in a good way. I got to tell you, the 300 level is my favorite place to sit. It is the funnest people. It's usually the craziest people. I love the view. I don't care what anybody says. It's like an all 22 view up there. I absolutely love it. You're not missing a damn thing up there. Awesome view. And I don't know. It just feels like so authentic Bills when you're up there. Like everything about it. I just love it. And not for nothing, it's usually the cheapest ticket, which is cool. But people always get shocked when I say that, and they think I'm like just trying to be cheap or something like that. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It's my favorite place to sit. Man, we got a ways to go here. All right, in a little bit here, I'm probably gonna wrap this up and put it on auto draft because this is just. I mean, at this point, you might as well just roll a dice. You know what? For the sake of the show, I'm going to have to do it. There he is. Boom. Boom, baby. Bassomatic. Round 10, pick 117. Bassomatic. That one's for you, D. That one's for you, D, and it's for me. Because I went into this with one goal, and it was to get T-Bass on the team, and there he is. Didn't even have to go round one. Didn't even have to go round one to get Bassomatic. Love it. Oh my God, look at this. An hour 40. Oh my God. And you guys are still hanging on. How great are you? What a show. Got our Bills talk out of the way early on. Summarized the week, and then we got into the good stuff. We got the Josh Allen sauce taste test live on camera done, and it was great. These sauces are freaking great. Barbecue, hot, and mild. Not a single one of them missed. I loved all three. Go pick them up. Wegmans definitely has them. I can't imagine that Tops doesn't. So go get them if you're in the area. They're super, super good. And then, like I said, go buy all three, mix them together, throw them on some wings, and tag me on Twitter with a picture of them at ZachB22, hashtag smoke break sauce, and be entered to win something. I'll figure it out. But I haven't done a giveaway in a while, and the season's around the corner. So what better time to do it? Oh, Jeff, they don't have them at your Wegmans yet? Well, they definitely have them at Wegmans. You want to know what, Jeff? They might have freaking sold out. I'm telling you, the shelves were getting pretty dry when I was there, and I think they came out like the day before, and I had to go pick up a prescription, so I was like, oh, I might as well just go grab them. And there was, like I said, I think I got the last bottle of this hop. So, you just gotta love it. Like everybody, it was like, oh, Josh Allen's on it. Yep. 3, please. 3, please. Oh, you want to know what? Everybody's auto drafting at this point here. I'll do one more. While I'm doing this one more, of course, gotta let you know once again about my friends over at NordVPN who are now sponsoring this program, and they are a new sponsor of ours over at Buffalo Fanatics, and we're super, super excited to be partnered with them because they help us deliver the best streams possible. Like I said, I'm using them right now, and what NordVPN does is they act as a buffer between your normal internet connection and a different internet connection remotely. And it helps you not only with better internet connection, but really great for privacy. And as you know anymore, you can never have enough privacy when it comes to the internet. There's hackers all over the place. And what was it the other day that I got? You want to know what? Speaking of Wegmans, my Wegmans account got hacked. My Wegmans to go account. I got an email saying that the app I used to order food from Wegmans got hacked. Look at, I mean, this stuff happens, and that's why you got to use NordVPN. It gives you great internet protection, great internet speed. And like I told you guys, you've seen me have a couple mishaps on here, and they're no fun. But when I use NordVPN, I don't have to worry about it. And right now, the bfvpn.com is where you need to head. Whatever. The bfvpn.com. Head over there. You're going to get 70% off a 2-year plan, and you're going to get a couple months free as well, which is awesome. You can't beat that deal. So go over there and take advantage of it. The bfvpn.com. Head over there today and check out our new sponsor, NordVPN. JK coming in. Here's another reason why you should get NordVPN. Someone charged $800 for Grubhub on my wife's bank card a few weeks ago. Dude, I don't even know if I could spend $800 on Grubhub if I tried. And you saw the way I just ate those wings. It's not like I'm missing a meal anytime soon. I don't know what the hell you could possibly spend $800 on Grubhub. That is insane. That is crazy. I hope you got your money back. See, Mark, you know it's good. Z-Bot, I agree. 300 is the best. Had 1 year of seasons there, and it was great. Look, even if you're like, and if you have seasons that are lowers or really great seats, more power to you. That's freaking awesome. But everybody should experience the 300 level at least once. I don't care if you're a billionaire and you got all the money in the world to spend, and you can buy a suite up top. 300 levels where it's at. I mean, 300 level is essentially like the lots, but in the stadium. And the cool thing is, like, no one's ever really getting in fights or anything like that. Like, I've never experienced that, but like, you got people just losing their mind up there, me included. Like I said, I like getting in where I fit in, man, when it comes to the Bills game, because there's people who get it, and then there's a lot of people who don't. And 300 level, you're with a lot of people who get it. Not that, like I said, everybody in the stadium gets it. But the 300 level people, they get it, man. That is Bills Mafia. That is Buffalo, born and raised, thoroughbred Buffalonians up in the 300 level, and it's my favorite. My favorite people, my favorite view, my favorite spot to sit. Always will be. Love it. Yeah, this is. How do you continue to do this after 8 rounds? Don't get me wrong, I love fantasy football, but I don't understand how people like get into it, like to the point where they're reading books and like strategizing who they're going to take in round 15. I can never wrap my head around that. It's crazy. Oh, JK comes in and says, it's the same with the cheaper seats at Sabres games. The real hockey fans are up there. Yes, and I also I like the higher up seats for Sabres games too. The view is cool. Oh, what could this be? Nels comes in and says, look at my defense. Oh, look at him. Thinks he's a funny guy. I'll tell you what. How about that Bills D against Chicago? Dude, if the Bills D gets back to prime Sean McDermott Bills D, look the hell out. With that edge presence now that Bean's trying to build, look out. Well, I mean, I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine what this Bills team would be with like a top 10, even a top 10 D. It doesn't even need to be like absolutely elite, Oh, my good God. Gets me going just thinking about it. Oh, what else we got here before I close the show out? Ryan Edinger, Christian Neri smells. God, does he smell? Does he smell? Right, good guy. I can smell him through the computer. Smell him through the computer, and he's all the way in North Dakota. That's how bad that kid smells. What else we got here? Little cleanup time before we close up shop. I like this prediction from Scott. Groot will lead Bills in sacks. Dude's looking like a monster, man. And I'm not just saying that because he actually looks like one, but he's looking like one on the field. He is one big dude. Big dude. Loving what we're seeing out of him so far. I just can't wait for the season to start, everybody. And I know you're right there with me. 18 days. 18 days, and the smoke break's going to be better than ever. Once the season starts, we're going to have to put the wing eating and fantasy football segments aside and get into some business. I can't wait to talk about actual games with you guys. It's going to be freaking awesome. And we're going to have a ton of fun. This one was fun. I'm going to get to wrapping it up. Where's my button? There it is. Oh, you know I love my outro song. I'm going to wrap this up. Almost 2 hours in the books, and I'm glad you spent it with me. It was a lot of fun, as it always is. This one in particular was awesome, though. Not every day do I get to do a live taste test, especially when what I'm tasting is Josh Allen endorsed. You can't freaking beat it. Barbecue hot and mild hot sauces from Josh Allen out at Wegmans now. I don't have commission on this. I'm just supporting JA and the Oshai Children's Hospital. You can't beat that. And plus, you can't beat the flavor of these things. They're freaking good. Go out, get some, mix all three up, and create the smoke break sows. Hashtag it. Tag me on Twitter at ZachB22. Take a picture of it and let me know what you think of it. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. And for all your fantasy football help, especially you, D, you are the man. If it wasn't for you, I think I might have Zach Wilson starting on my fantasy team right now. Jokes aside. All right, we'll see you back here again next week. And after that, folks, we'll have the third preseason game in the books, and that means we are dead eyes ahead on week 1, Pittsburgh, 18 days away. See you 1 week from tonight for another smoke break. Thank you so much again, and as always, go Bills.